Welcome! I raise my fists in victory? Yes, once again, we have laid low the forces of non-welcoming who would see us not welcome each other with upraised fists. Fists sometimes can be good. That's right, guys. Sometimes fists can be good. Don't believe me? Have you ever played a game of one potato, two potato? Not a game in itself. It's a sort of ritual that helps you, it's a selection process that helps you play a game. But we give it a name anyway. Why? Why don't we call it the potato ceremony? Why aren't there special robes? Oh, I love ceremony, you guys. You know what? I don't think I would have made the best pope. But I would have totally been into all of the trappings. I almost said fixins. I love the Catholic Mass and all the fixins. Eucharist bar. Oh, the Eucharist. When you had to eat the Holy Eucharist, there's this weird flat disc of bread. What a drag. It wasn't fun. If you went to Mass hungry, which we often did, we weren't poor or anything. It was just Mass came at a very inconvenient time on a Sunday. You get that little taste of a food. Not really a food. It didn't taste like food at all. It didn't in any way resemble bread. And now that I think about it, it might not have been. They might have been just making them out of paper. And who could blame them? Certainly not our Lord Jesus Christ. Our Lord Jesus Christ. Oh, hello. Were y'all waiting for me to show up? Well, I'm here. Do you have time to talk about the good news? What good news is that, you ask? Well, guess what? Y'all, you'll never guess what. Jesus Christ done rose from the grave. I know, it sounds scary. This close to Christmas, we should be talking about his birth. Happy birthday, Jesus! I hope you got ice cream cake. Do you think Jesus has tasted ice cream cake? Like in heaven? Or do you think he's like, I don't need it now, because this is heaven, everything's great. Ice cream cake, of course we know, is an escape from Earth's tortures. That's how the commercials used to go. I'm Tom Cavell. Would you like an escape from Earth's tortures? Oh, regional jokes. If you're from the region that gets that, congratulations. I also think that's a time-sensitive joke. I don't know if Mr. Carvel or a sound-alike, by the way, he cannot be still alive. So I'm assuming that if they're still doing commercials for Carvel ice cream cakes, that they have a sound-alike, or they're just using his old audio, like they do when Christopher Walken's on SNL, and he does the Continental sketch, and they still use Phil Hartman's voiceover. It makes me sad, kind of. But anyway, ice cream cake, a thing you think is going to be great, always disappointing and makes you feel sick. That's all I came here to say. Mic drop. My name is Paul, and I came here to say, ice cream cake is disappointing in every way. Now, a lot of people, they take me to task for my rap rhyme schemes. But I say, I don't think it's called rhyme schemes. I think it's called flow. He's got mad rhyme schemes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest on to have a free-form conversation inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. We talk about anything the question inspires them to talk about. Then I invite some improviser pals on the show. We get a location from the guest, and then me and my make pretend pals, we make pretend all over the place. It's disgusting. It's a mess, and our mom is furious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, does this just happen in a cold vacuum? No. It is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's him. Well, folks, now the time has come to introduce our special guest, who literally just walked in the door.
Literally just walked in.
This is very exciting. You'll see this gentleman on the Fox television program, Grandfathered. I don't know if is that the right emphasis?
That's the correct pronunciation.
Grandfathered.
I don't usually get that correct.
That's right.
Thank you for being so thoughtful.
Because it's describing something that's happened to someone. Mm-hmm. They have been grandfathered.
Yeah, and there's still question about what it actually means. So you meant to say it in kind of a...
I didn't realize that this was such a hot topic.
Yeah.
Grandfathered.
Yeah, you're throwing hardballs right off the bat.
Please welcome, and he's also got a movie that we are going to discuss.
Meet the Patels.
That's right. Please welcome one of the Patels.
Yeah.
One of the titular Patels.
There's more of us.
Ravi Patel.
One of the titular Patels. Yes.
Ravi,
hey.
Thank you for being here.
Hey guys, thank you for your soft claps. Thanks for having me. It's like I'm happy for you to be here, but I don't want anyone who's listening to know.
I call it the passive support of soft claps.
Yes. Such a great environment that you guys are in.
Right?
Great to walk right in.
Everything you just jumped right in, sat down, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the titular Patels.
Ravi, it's the Patel family motto. Got to be ready to go. And once you hear those soft claps. Ravi, first of all, nice to meet you. We have not officially met.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Thanks for saying hello. I mean, come on. I don't know any of you people. Who are you? I had no idea. First of all, it's like John Malkovich in that hallway. Like, I have no idea.
It's terrifying out there, right?
What time zone, like what world I'm going to walk into.
Do you know what that hallway reminds me of? The hallway here
John
at Earwolf.
Malkovich, the movie?
It reminds me of that, now that you mention it, but it also reminds me of that scene in Goodfellas where Robert De Niro is telling Lorraine Bracco to go pick out a coat. He's like, yeah, keep going. Just go down there. And you're so anxious. You're like, somebody's going to kill her if she goes into one of those rooms.
And people get killed.
So you took a chance.
Yeah, I did take a chance. It's good to walk in here and... who are you guys? Who
well, now they're not here yet.
Okay, yeah, okay. Soft clap for all.
Soft clap. Soft claps from the Invisibles.
Just you and me in this room. Go ahead, ask me anything.
I have a question for you from my previous episode's guest, and that is, this is a nice question, but I bet it's hard for people to answer sometimes because you'll see why.
And I don't get to know who's asking. I've heard you not tell people.
That's true. It's very true.
Okay.
What trait, but if anyone is curious about the identity of our previous episode's guest, you may be directed to howl.fm for our back catalog. Hours of listening pleasure await you.
Please visit the archive.
What is a trait of yours that other people compliment you on? And then it says, they added, most often.
Most often.
What is a trait of yours that other people compliment you on most often?
Yeah, well, you know, kind of took a left turn there in the last couple of words. I had a whole list.
Because you could pick out the favorite compliment you ever got.
Yeah, I could just pick actually anything because we don't even know each other.
Right. So it could have happened once.
I could have just made something up. But now
That's also true.
But now most often I kind of want it to be authentic. What do I hear most frequently as a compliment? I could use more right off the bat just in hearing this question.
Sure.
I think I get most often that I'm thoughtful because I think I'm often funny and, you know, jokey in a room. And then I think once people get to know me, they, you know, I'm just a guy who's filled with, you know, I'm sure you guys do. I feel connected. You're not here though. But when they do get here, have you seen Ghost? It's like a reverse Ghost. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see them before they show up.
I am your Whoopi Goldberg in this situation.
You're Whoopi.
To your Demi.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah.
Sure.
Great start.
So because you are in comedy, people don't necessarily expect you to be a thoughtful person.
Yeah, because when I'm in a big group of people, I tend to be really jokey.
Yes.
And you know, I think once people get to know me, I'm actually quite serious. Very serious.
So thoughtful in the way that you like to talk about, or you like to think about deep issues and emotional things and stuff like that.
I guess, yeah.
Not thoughtful in the way of like he remembers every birthday.
It makes me feel like I sound like an asshole saying what I said about myself. I feel like an asshole. Paul, I'm sorry.
Oh, this is a safe space.
You know what I could use right now is a compliment.
I tell you what.
I could use a compliment.
You are...
love your mustache.
You're very self-aware.
Too much. There's like 18 Jewish families living in here. And they're all not sure how to get to the restaurant.
Do you feel that you are very self-aware? Do you feel you're very self-conscious? Do you find yourself in moments of being self-conscious? A lot.
Well, the irony of the question is what it requires me to do. But yeah, no, I think so. I mean, I made a documentary about myself. So either that or I'm a narcissist. I'm both. Who knows? It's too much. I'm also an actor.
Is the documentary, is part of the documentary about trying to figure out, because I think this is a thing with families, trying to figure out why you are the way you are and the things that made you who you are. Yeah,
for sure. For sure. I mean, I think fundamentally, that is the question you end up asking in the context of family. And the movie is really about family. And for the people who aren't sitting at this table, I'll just say it's called Meet the Patels. And about this time in my life when I had a white girlfriend that I hid from my parents, and then I agreed to let them set me up with Indian girls around the country. We had these things called biodatas, which are matrimonial resumes that the Patel parents pass around amongst each other to help introduce Patels to each other. Not in an incest way, but in like a compatibility way. So yeah, I think in even reconciling things like how does this person that I potentially want to spend the rest of my life with, how does that person fit into this group of people that are already my community? I think fundamentally you have to ask yourself, what do I want and who am I?
Right.
No idea this would be so deep right off the bat. I got to tell you, I've listened to a lot of podcasts of yours. Really, you know what people don't say about you enough, that you are so thoughtful in conversation.
Look at you deflecting. You think I don't notice?
It's our thing. Isn't that our defense mechanism?
It is, right?
Yeah. What is this, psychology today?
So you hid your white girlfriend from your family for how long?
2 years.
What was the closest call?
They came and visited in LA for a game night. And she, the thing about it, okay, look, if you're not Indian and you hear that I had this white girlfriend, that probably notions of spinelessness might come to, like, this guy's like shameful, but when you're Indian and you tell your Indian friends, like, I got this white girl I haven't told that I'm dating, the first thing they say is like, well, you haven't told your parents yet, have you? Like, you don't do it. And so
right, not, as opposed to, well, you're going to tell your parents, right? They're all saying, like, of course you cannot do this.
They're the opposite
you must not
of the
do
group.
this.
Yes. It's like my gay friend was saying, it's like, look, I knew I was gay for a long time, but it took me a long time to tell other people. Yeah. Because I knew it would be exhausting and might get in the way of this thing.
Exhausting.
Yeah, it's hard. And so my mom and dad were coming to visit in LA, and we had a game night. And we actually there's an animation in the movie, and this was originally one of the openings to the movie. And she was like, I want to meet mom and dad. I was like, all right. I was like, we can do it. I was like, just, again, this is what it's going to be like. Could get in the middle of us. Do you still want to do it? She's like, no. I was like, great. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. But then we had a game night, and she's like, okay, I've changed my mind. I want to come. I go, okay, here we go. We have liftoff. She's like, but I just want to come meet them. We don't have to tell them that you're my girlfriend. I said, okay, here we go. I think I saw this on Saved by the Bell or something. No, never on Saved by the Bell. But that's a great show altogether. Right. What is up with Mario Lopez, by the way? Is that guy a robot? I'm sorry.
I saw him on the red carpet for the Emmys, and there was another correspondent or whatever. Yeah. He works for Extra. Another Extra correspondent.
They're all the same. Yep.
Was on the red carpet, and she was pregnant apparently. And he went up and just put his hand on her belly and said, "This is the only time that it's okay to just go up and put your hands on a woman." And I, watching the TV, said, "You are over by one time." it's still, you can't do that. Mario.
Just missed it by one time.
Yeah, so close. So close.
Just missed it, Mario. Classic.
But are you concerned for Mario?
Lopez.
Are you concerned for Mario Lopez?
Well, he's everywhere. He doesn't turn down a gig. I saw him on I want to say it was like a hot dog billboard. Like he's like, no, I'm serious. Like he doesn't even, I don't even know if he has respect for the union. Like I think he's doing non-union stuff. He doesn't care about the Taft-Hartley stuff. Like he doesn't care. Like Mario Lopez is like, yes, I'll take it. He's probably a nice guy. Why am I doing this? Who are these other people that are laughing? I'm not hearing fake voices.
There's no one here.
Am I going crazy?
You are not going crazy.
What was I talking about before Mario jumped?
Your white girlfriend.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So she wanted to come to the game night. I was like, okay, fine. So we're all having game night, and And she walks in like late, like as if it was written in a TV show.
Right.
And I swear to God, this was where everyone will tell you the exact same version of the story. Like, time froze. You don't think it's possible, but it happened. And Mom like looked at her like with lasers. Like you could see it. Like she immediately knew. I've never seen anything like this.
Right.
And then the whole ride home, like, you know, there's like signs and she's like, so Raja. She calls me Raja. It means prince. And if you knew me better, you know why she called me that. The people who aren't here.
Because you're from Minneapolis.
Because I used to run that place.
You briefly changed your name to a symbol.
Yeah. Still use it when it's convenient. Love purple. I just read an article about his house because he just released a new album.
Paisley Park?
Is that where it is?
Yes. That's the name of his house.
It's apparently
What's going on there?
Well, it's apparently
What's the news? It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. There hasn't been a peep out of that place in years.
I think I should just send you a link. Just based on your enthusiasm, there's no way I can live up to your curiosity. I just know there's a lot of purple furniture in there. Like he's really living up this purple thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was still happening. That sounds crazy. I think anyone who commits to one color is kind of crazy. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
I had a guy in college who only wore orange, and I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious." And
Only
you're
wore.
like, is he okay?
Wow, that's very specific.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Syracuse, like where it was like appropriate to do that. Like,
Wait a minute. Was your friend the Dalai Lama?
Yeah, I went to Hare Krishna University.
Oh, HKU, absolutely.
Yeah, it was actually a lot of guys, but in the Hare Krishna spirit, they were all one. What?
Wow, there we go. High five to
not
Eban
here either.
Schletter. Watch your
not
hands.
here.
Eben, you watch your hands.
Don't touch me again. Don't touch me again. But yeah, that was crazy. And then we were on the way home. She's like, Raja, that Audrey girl, is she your girlfriend? And I'm like, no, what? No, what are you talking? Like I totally lied. Anyway, that's how the documentary pretty much starts. That was me doing a teaser of this film.
Now you play all the parts, right, in this documentary?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you know those Medea films.
That's right.
Is that it? Medea.
Medea.
Isn't that his?
I think it's Medea.
Medea.
You're giving a lot of credit. You're giving a lot of credit.
Medea is grandfather. What is up with that dude? Too? I mean, talk about another guy I never met who I have a problem with. Total victim of my hostility.
How would you feel if Mario Lopez ended up in a Tyler Perry film?
I would feel good. I'd feel like glad they found each other before they died. Like, wow, what's wrong with me? So much hostility in this room. God.
Ravi, is it hard for you to take compliments? Is it hard for you to think of good? Because to me, if I got that question, it would be very difficult for me because I would feel like my conditioning is not to extol any virtues of myself. You know what I mean? And maybe for most people, I think that would be, it feels weird to say, oh, well, here's something that people compliment me on all the time. I'm this. It seems like you're bragging or something.
I actually think I'm the opposite. Like,
really?
I'm pretty self-congratulatory. I don't have that like comedian's burden of self-loathing. I don't think I have it. I mean,
well, you grew up being called Prince.
I grew up being called Prince. Why wouldn't I feel incredible? I mean, you can't see it, but I have incredible flowy hair. There's nothing to complain about here, guys. No, I don't. I mean, I'm definitely like neurotic, but not like in the textbook like negative neuroses way. Just in the way that I'm like probably always asking too many questions in here that don't need to necessarily be settled.
Are you a worrier?
I'm actually not, but I tend to do too much. But I'm not a worrier. I think it's actually the reason why I'm able to like I have a lot of things happening at all times. I think part of the reason I'm able to do it is because I don't worry. Like I'm able to not let things affect me in that way.
Do you have a hard time saying no?
Yes, big time. Especially as like when it comes to favors.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I feel like this responsibility, like my family, like it was like an immigration halfway house, like Indians. I wake up and there's like new Indians that my parents brought to this country. Like if you hate Indians, like this podcast, they're going to come after me now. It sucks. But,
and may I say to the listener, if you hate Indians, maybe don't listen to this.
Yeah. We don't want you anymore. We don't want your business.
I'd rather not have my audience.
Don't not pay for this podcast for one more second. We don't want your $0.
That's right.
Thanks for doing that. Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, a lot of hosts wouldn't do it.
No, they wouldn't do it. Is the Huffington Post list? This is. They should cover this.
Huffington Post. Where's HuffPo?
Hey, add
Why aren't
HuffPo.
they in here?
Add HuffPo. Are we covering this?
Hey, HuffPo. Add
Hello.
HuffPo on Twitter.
Relevant material, HuffPo.
Ravi, it is now. It's Christmas week. It's Christmas week as people are hearing this. What would you like? Where can people see the movie? And what else would you like to promote?
Let me start off by saying I wish you went and saw it in October or September.
I know, guys.
When the movie came out.
Where were you?
Yeah. Let me start off by telling all of our Christian faithful to get in the time machine, get on Santa's sleigh, and head back to September.
So step one, get in
and
the time
go watch
machine.
Meet the Patels in theaters across the country. We started in 5 screens, and by 3/4 into September, we were in almost 60 to 70 theaters.
Congratulations in the
Get
past.
in your time-traveling sleigh and go watch the movie. Otherwise, enjoy Christmas.
Can people see it on video? Or is that yet to come?
Around Christmas time, which is a week from now.
It is this week.
Oh, great. Then, by the way, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday. When is your
December 18th,
birthday?
Sag City.
We just missed your birthday. December 21st.
Don't worry. I'll
Happy
take
belated.
it belated. Thank you very much for finally saying something, but it feels good. Thank you. Thanks for being so thoughtful.
Sure.
I think it's available on iTunes and video on demand, and I think it's going to be on Netflix really soon, and I think it's also going to be on PBS. But the most important thing you can do right now is to get in your time machine and go see it in theaters in September.
Guys, I cannot stress this enough.
Cannot stress it enough.
Ravi, thank you so much for being
Ravi.
here.
Grandfather.
Pronounce what? Ravi?
Ravi. I should have corrected you you clearly know. Grandfather.
I know when you should have corrected me.
Grandfathered.
Ravi, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. During the break, I will get a location from Ravi, and then we will meet our improvisers. All this and nothing else when Spontaneation returns.
Merry Christmas, dipshits. It's me, Santa Claus. You know, from the fucking North Pole. Anyway, I wanted to give you all a gift this Christmas week, and that gift is no ads. That's right. This episode of Spontaneanation didn't have any sponsors at all. Just the idea of Christmas. So there you fucking go, I guess. Just take that for what it's worth and listen to this while you're wrapping presents or getting shit-faced. I don't know. It's the holidays. Try not to get depressed, gang. I know that's hard for you. Try being immortal. Try knowing that you'll never die. It's not great. It's good for a while, sure. But after a few centuries, it fucking gets old. All right, this time of year isn't about my problems. This whole year has not been about my problems, but this time of year especially, it's about joy and shit. So there you go. Have a great time.
If you ask me, the ads are the best part. I'd listen to a podcast of just the ads. Welcome back to Spontaneanation. What a pleasure it is to be back with you. I'm overcome because so many wonderful people are in this room right now. Seated to my right. Seated at my right hand. As she will be in the kingdom of heaven. You know her as the host of the JV Club podcast. You know her as the voice of Cora. There's a legend about her, did you know? Please say hello to our old friend, Janet Varney.
Hello.
Janet, hi. Hey. Now, is this 2 in a row? No, it's not.
We've just seen a lot of each other because it happened that way. That
Yes.
we did a live show and a episode release that was from long ago.
That's right.
And far away
Yes.
in a different galaxy.
Well, you were just a couple episodes ago on the one that we did
Yes.
live from LA Podfest with Andy
that was
Daly.
so much fun.
So much fun. Do you remember when I fell and then Andy Daly ran away?
I do. God, he
never
ran for
forget
cover.
that.
What did he think was going to happen to him?
I don't know, but it haunts me.
I don't
haunts
blame
me.
you.
I can't stop thinking about
I
it.
don't blame you.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Are you thinking about it right now?
Yeah, I am. I'm seeing it in my
so
mind.
sorry. I thought maybe enough time had passed.
Here's what I'm seeing in my mind. I am my dear friend Matt Gorley
yeah.
And I think you helped as well.
I couldn't get
lift me
to
back
you
up.
fast enough because Andy was pushing past me to run away. I'm not kidding. I stood
I
up to
know
be
you're
like,
not.
and then there's some
I know
force
you're not.
pushed me backwards, and it was Andy Daly jumping off the stage and hightailing it across the stage in front of everyone to go somewhere.
As Matt Gorley is
Yeah.
hoisting me back up onto the stage, I remember seeing Andy walking. He had just been sitting next to me on the
Yes.
stage. I see him walking back from somewhere.
Yes.
Like, where could he have gone? That's
Yeah.
so strange. Never forget it.
Never forget.
Anyway, Janet, great to see you again.
Great to see you, Paul, looking Harold and Hardy. That's maybe not
I am
an
Harold.
expression.
Hi, I'm Harold. Seated across from Janet, this is Jen Lamal. I saw him at LA Podfest too.
I saw you.
Back when that happened. He is Hank Thunderman on The Thundermans.
Correct pronunciation.
And he is one of our favorites here at Spontaneous Nation, Mr. Chris Tallman.
Hello.
Hello to you. We're pointing at each other and then...
Ouch.
Ouch. We gave each other an ET finger touch. Now, you're wearing a t-shirt
I am.
that depicts Hammerhead, the background actor,
Featured player.
featured extra.
Featured extra.
Featured extra in the movie Star Wars Episode 4.
He's an under
A New
5.
Hope. It never occurred to me until just now.
Yeah.
He is an extra.
Yeah.
An extra.
But he wore his own clothes, so we got a $15 bump
That's
for that.
right. And I think they had dry ice going, so that's also hazard pay.
That's nice. He did his own stunts, like when Walrus Man gets chopped, I think.
Walrus Man.
Oh, sure. Snaggletooth, Walrus Man.
Which one was Snaggletooth?
Snaggletooth was, well, controversy. Snaggletooth.
Controversy? A lot of Prince talk.
Yeah, he was the little one who kind of looked like a werewolf with short hair. He was the one going like for the drink.
Oh, like it was an old werewolf mask that they pulled some hair off of and then placed other places.
Sort of. And, you know, that was a big controversy. I guess they hired
Controversy.
Rick Baker made those monsters for the cantina, but some of them he actually made, and some of them were like Halloween masks that they then had to repurpose on the fly.
Oh, so is that why some of them looked shitty?
Yes. Yes.
Now, I must take issue with you referring to them as monsters. They were just aliens from a different culture.
No, anything different than me is a monster.
All right. And now we have it on tape. Seated next to you, Chris Tallman. This one. Come on. We met on this podcast. What a thrill it is every time to see her. She's crying now. I just saw her on an episode of Playing House.
That's right.
On USA. All she is great. Jean Villepique.
Thank you. Hello.
Jean, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And you're coming in at short notice, too, because somebody dropped out.
That's right. I'm
We won't,
sobbing.
we won't say who. We won't say who, but she knows who she is. Is she listening to this? Probably not even. But her loss is my gain.
Oh, thank you.
Jean, how have you been since last
I've
time
been well.
seen you?
I've been well. Is that the way you're supposed to say? I've been
well.
doing well. I'm well. I'm well.
I think I've been well
I've
is
been
okay.
well. It modifies the verb to be, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what really bugs me when people just say I'm well, but I did it. I did it. I'm fine. Yes, everything is very good. I recently drove up to visit some friends up in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Sure. Oh, you
And,
drove all the way up from here.
I did.
a nice drive.
On the weekend. Yeah, I went up the 5, which
right.
there are fewer kind of cattle lots there, so it's not such a smelly drive. It was very nice. I stopped at Anderson's Pea Soup. Have you ever been to that place?
Split P. Anderson?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's
Oh,
called.
yes, I have.
I
Stopped at Anderson's Pea Soup.
I peed in Mr. Stop Anderson's, and then I drove back through Big Sur. It was a really lovely, beautiful
Ooh,
trip.
very
yeah,
pretty.
It was so nice.
Did your friends live in San Francisco, the city?
They live not in the proper city. They live in the Bay Area, and they live in El Cerrito, so it's in the East Bay.
I don't know where that is.
I should fly into Oakland. That's all I know if I fly there.
I know of Cerritos Auto Square.
Yes, sir.
Any relation?
Maybe, sir. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to look into it.
You're very respectful, and thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. You know how this works. We have our location from Ravi, and we're about to tell our story. Now, in order to tell our story, we use sound effects to move us about in time. Let's say we want to go to a place where a scene is happening concurrent to the scene we are currently in. We'll hear this cut to sound effect. Whoosh! We're over there. Hey, hang on to your butts. I should have told you that before. By the way, we were never given the order to release our butts by Mr. Samuel L. Jackson. He died before the order could be countermanded. So I hope you are all still hanging on to your butts. If we wish to flash back, someone's having a memory, or we're going to discover how something came to be, we'll hear this flashback sound effect. Perfect! If we're going to return from the flashback or go into the mysterious future, we'll hear this flash forward sound effect. Little cameo by Classic Jarl. Well, there you go. Memorize those sound effects. Repeat them to a friend. Quiz each other. Go to hell. And now, wow.
Merry Christmas.
In that order. Merry Christmas indeed. And now we have our location from Mr. Ravi Patel. Still not sure. I think I am pronouncing his first name wrong.
Really?
I think he was not kidding when he said that I was pronouncing it
God, that's
incorrectly.
confusing because of all the
I
joking.
know. Jokes. Sometimes jokes get in the way of real life. Here's the location. And that location is... Get ready, guys. Freeport, Illinois. We take you now to Freeport, Illinois. Oh, look at this. Another crummy Christmas in crummy old Freeport, Illinois.
I was told that we were going to be given free ports when we moved here 3 years ago, and that has yet to materialize. So
I'm sorry. My name is Jims.
hello, Jims.
What's your name?
Gwyneth's.
Gwyneth. Nice to meet you. I have to ask you a question. And I understand that we're both just waiting here in this waiting room for the thing we're waiting for. But you seriously thought that you were going to get a port for free?
Yeah.
What kind of port were you thinking about? Like a port where boats would go, or like a USB
God.
port?
No. Oh, fine wine.
Oh,
My understanding was that when Freeport, Illinois was founded, the founding gentleman had a large amount of port.
founding gentleman.
The founding gentleman, John Portsmouth.
Well, you know, the city is over, it's over 150 years old. I'm assuming.
Sure, that sounds right.
I mean, I should know because I'm the treasurer of this stupid city. Never should have gotten involved in
I can't believe you have to wait in line. If
I know. You would think that with my position, why should I have to wait in line?
and you have this.
Well, doctor, I know we have patients in the waiting room, but I just wanted to wish you another wonderful Christmas here
Hey.
in Freeport, Illinois.
Rachel, back at you. I gotta tell you, when you finally graduate from nursing school, I am 100% hiring you for realsies.
Oh, and until that day, I'm just going to be here, somewhat studying and just wanting to work.
You know what? Because it is such a special time of year, what do you think the patients would think about having Santa giving them diagnoses and such?
Dr. Morris, I don't think they would be able to think because emotions override the brain when they're happy.
This is the greatest city in the world, and anybody who doesn't think so, I would probably let die.
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind having some free wine right now because I hate my life. I hate
God,
being the
me
treasurer
too.
of Freeport, and I hate Freeport, Illinois.
Me too. And I got to tell you, seeing this shrink, I've been doing this for 3 months. I don't feel any closer to being mentally well. I can't even be excited about Christmas, to be honest with you.
So you're just somebody like me waiting for your psychiatrist diagnosis.
Yeah, that's right.
Christmas week.
I didn't have anything else to do. I thought maybe this would be the week that I would turn a corner.
Gwyneth, may I ask, what first brought you to this psychiatrist's office?
Gwyneth's, if you're going to be on the floor serving customers, we're going to need you to be wearing your clothes.
I know, but when I got up this morning, I was like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Gwyneth, the point
And yet I
is-
still came into work.
Yes, we're worried about your disheveled appearance, and I
wouldn't say we're super worried about it.
See, he
I'm
seems
not
fine.
worried about it. I just don't think she should be nude on the floor. My husband and I are here with our children.
there are regulations and laws, Gwyneth.
All I can say is that babies are born naked, and I would ask you all to consider that before you tell me to put on clothes.
And every time I've asked for a lemonade refill, she has been right there. So maybe we should cut her some slack and let her continue to be nude.
Well, I ordered an Arnold Palmer, and it's all iced tea.
I'd like to cut slack all day long, but the truth of the matter is we're running a business here, not a nudist beach. You get your stuff straight. Get back here when you're ready to
She
think.
can't even
You know what?
speak. She's so upset.
I'll tell you something. I quit. What? I'm going to use all this time to start trying to heal my mind. So that's what I'm trying to do, heal my mind, you know?
Yeah.
But so far, bupkis.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, we all got our stories, you know.
Order! I'm calling this meeting of the town council to order. All right, first up, you want to review the budget, Jims?
Do I want to review the budget, or do I have to review the budget?
Jims.
Yes.
Review the budget.
Very well. You are the president of the city council, and I am merely the city treasurer.
Oh, are we going to go back to election day one more time?
Oh, I wish we could. And so I tell you that a vote for this man for city council, this so-called Edrix Matern, is a mistake. Mr. Matern is terrible for the city council, and if you elect me city council, things will be great. Whatever you do, don't make me treasurer out of spite.
Mr. Matern, your response?
When my great-great-great-great-grandmother founded, thank you, this city exactly 150 years ago, I think it was very clear then that a runner-up should be taught a lesson, because we here in Freeport do not lose!
Yeah, so I got some issues I got to work through. You know, I think that sometimes I'm my own worst enemy and things backfire for me.
Oh, God. Well, the second you start thinking of yourself as thine own worst enemy,
Ooh,
and you
you're
don't
so fancy.
blame other people for it, is the day you sound your own death knell. I mean, the only reason I'm here is because I've blamed everyone else for my problems, you know? I blamed them in Chicago, and I blamed them when I moved here.
See, I start out blaming other people, but then eventually I kind of turn it inward.
Well,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
what is going on? What is going on?
Oh, are there any crazy people in here?
Oh, God.
That's kind of rude, don't you think?
Oh, Santa doesn't mean any disrespect.
Dr. Chang, please. We know that it's you.
Oh, my name's Kris Kringle.
Okay.
I'm from the North Pole, raised by toy-making elves.
Where did they come from?
Dubuque?
What? The toy-making elves went from Dubuque to the North Pole?
You know, Jim's a second-place whiny man is never going to get the right answer, is he? Oh, Jims.
Dr. Chang's,
Call me Santa.
Sandra? Oh, Santa.
Was it the
Santa.
costume that was confusing?
Yeah, I don't.
The bright red velvety, the ermine.
Certainly, for the fur.
Do I look
trims,
like a Sandra?
Kind of.
To be
kind
fair, your Santa costume has a name tag on it that says Sandra.
And that.
Well, I picked up a shift at Chili's.
You're a psychiatrist.
Voila! I'd like to start with a large. Are there free refills on the Cokes?
Anything you want, little girl.
I'd like a large Coke and a pony.
I'm so sorry. I don't feel comfortable with my daughter sitting on your lap as she orders her food.
But I want a
don't.
pony!
It just doesn't seem right to me.
But my name's Sandra. I'm the friendliest waitress in all of Freeport.
Excuse me. What is going on here? Why are you wearing a Santa Claus costume? It's June.
Well, that means I'm keeping the Christmas spirit in my heart 365.
Okay, why does he have a name tag that says Sandra?
Well, I used my time-traveling sleigh and went back and changed my name.
Was it the only name tag that was back in the break room?
Okay,
at
fine.
Chili's?
Yes,
Okay,
it was the only. Okay.
I wanted to be sure.
Look, Santa, I just want to get my...
Don't need to put air quotes around it. It's the name.
Sorry. Santa?
This is a free space.
But you know what? No Freeport. Maybe free, but no Freeport.
That's
I'm holding on
true.
to that. I'm holding on to that.
Gwyneth thought that she would... Well, presumably you told him what you thought Freeport was.
I feel like we should all talk about our cases with each other.
Is this group therapy now?
Rachel,
Wait, what?
Rachel, bring in the wine.
Is it time for mulled spiced wine? Everybody take a cup.
This is my intern, Rachel.
I'm slowly starting to perk up. In a weird way, I kind of like the idea of drinking mulled wine and having a group therapy session. Am I crazy, Jims?
I think you are.
Hey, Jims. Let's not point those fingers at her because there's 3 pointing back at you and then a thumb going sideways to the Chinese restaurant next door.
You don't think... Now, is it that you don't think the thumb is a finger, or you think that the thumb, you're saying physically when you're pointing,
Just physically.
the thumb is going someplace?
The opposition, the
Well, I'm
hinge.
not, I keep my thumb tucked in when I point.
Oh, all right.
Like over the fingers.
Then you're pointing at Gwyneth's also.
Some of them are pointing at us over there in that glass-walled waiting room.
I don't like this one bit.
I can't eat my chicken kung ping.
Why do they point at us so much? Oh, by the way, if a white girl comes in here, she's absolutely not my girlfriend.
Why do you say that, Randall?
Because probably white people are going to come in here. And,
Well, all kinds
You
of
know.
people are everywhere, son.
yeah, that's right. Good point, Dad.
Okay.
Good point.
So
Good point.
So you're just out of the blue stating that if a white girl comes in here, she is...
Not my girlfriend. Because I am Chinese, and Chinese is how our family will remain. All Chinese.
Let's give everyone a quick refill.
Oh,
This is pretty good.
everybody finished off their wines already? Good. Jims,
Yeah.
you look like the saddest reindeer in the barn.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not the happiest reindeer in that barn.
Jims,
Yeah, Dr. Santa?
that's right. What do you really want for Christmas this year?
So I tell you what. If I could have anything for Christmas here in Freeport,
How much
Illinois.
did you mix in all the pills?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Rachel.
thought they were vitamins.
I said 1 or 2, just it was... we're going to have to dump some bodies later. Sorry, Jims.
I wish this is my Freeport Christmas wish. I wish that this could be another place that's not Freeport, Illinois, and a better place.
God, can I make that my wish too?
It's a double wish.
You guys...
Double wish. We missed.
So you'd rather see Freeport if it wasn't Freeport at all?
Yeah, that's right. Any other place would be great.
Oh, you should be very careful making a wish like that. Santa.
right, Dr. Santa
What are you gonna do about it?
We're drunk over here.
The winter solstice is the shortest day of the year. Between darkness and light, the fight eternal between good and bad, and you made a wish on that day.
What?
The walls between the realms are so very thin this time of year, Jims and Gwyneth's.
Are we hallucinating or did they just get really metaphysical?
What the fuck is everybody
It's no mistake that Rachel, a druid, is my assistant.
The Druid.
We work with stones.
She's an earth witch, and you have made a very grave mistake.
Oh, Gwyneth. That's why they accept pelts for payment.
Oh my god, it's all almost coming together.
Is our wish gonna come true?
So let it be done!
Freeport shall never be, and then you shall see your life. What if you were the mayor?
Uh-oh. Wow, guys, this is nuts. What's gonna happen? We'll find out this Christmas season when Spontaneanation returns.
Did I fucking stutter? There's no ads. Remember when I said that, like, not even an hour ago? Jesus H. Christ! Sleep it off! Back to the show.
Hey, where are we? What is this? This looks like Freeport, but...
Hey, what are you doing leaning in front of my house?
Oh, I just, Hey, you're Ted Smatch?
Yeah, so?
That is Ted Spatch.
Ted, yeah, we worked together at the treasurer's office.
What are you talking about? Treasury went out of business years ago. The mayor put it out.
The treasury went out of business?
You should know, Mr. Mayor.
What? The mayor? I'm the mayor.
You're the mayor of what?
Gwyneth's.
Jimsburg. Don't you think I know where I live?
Oh my God, this actually sounds... We live in a place called Jimsburg. Do you think that's a coincidence?
Well, let's see. I'm Jim's. We made that wish.
Sure.
That Freeport would be different.
Yeah.
And now it seems to be. Do you think our wish came true, Gwyneth's?
Either that or we're both dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was you, Miss Gwyneth. Here, I'll take off my clothes.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, we live in a place where what I did was okay and everybody now takes their clothes off around me?
When did everybody start taking their clothes off around here?
Well, ever since the first lady of the town, Mr. May. You should know.
Are we?
Gwyneth and I are... Did you say HuffPo in there?
I said a couple, but I'm sure people found out about it because HuffPo reported on it.
That's weird, Gwyneth. I swear to God you said...
It was announced on HuffPo.
I said, yeah. I thought so, but we're in marriage
to each other.
In marriage to each other.
Yes.
Is that a word here? And marriaged?
It's Jimsburg. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Is it the thunderbolts are shaved into my pubes?
Yeah. Well, that's not helping anything.
Extra, extra, Jimsburg Chronicle. All the wine's out of business. Everyone's giving it away.
You there, boy.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Let me take off my pants. Didn't see you, Mrs. Mayor.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
That's fine.
I am getting used to this.
No, look. You keep your pants on.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor.
You
Pants
get a
back on.
special mayoral dispensation. Look, son. What's the name of that newspaper?
Jimsburg Chronicle. Chronicling all the events of Jimsburg, USA.
What's this headline here? No
Well-
more wine. It's all been given away?
Yeah, so all the wineries have gone bust.
Oh God, I guess I didn't think about that when I said I wished everyone got free port.
No, I guess you didn't. When did this happen?
Just last night. Fresh off the presses.
Wow.
Still printing.
Gotta say, though, it lasted for a long time. Oh, wait. You're in school, right?
Not currently, but yep.
I don't mean right this second.
You're
I
very
meant like
literal.
you
Always
go to
learning.
school.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you study the town's history in school?
Sure.
How old is Jimsburg?
101 years old.
Oh.
So that
Interesting.
free
It's-
wine lasted for a long time.
Well, yeah, and I'm also curious about why it's 49 years younger than...
Oh, me too, Gwyneth.
49 years younger than,
That's okay. Here's a nickel.
Nickel.
All right.
Shiny.
Let's listen. Let's get over to the mayor's office and see what's going on there. So this is my office, I guess.
This is actually really nice.
pretty
I love
good.
all the chintz.
Thank you, I guess. I mean,
It's all
maybe you
purple.
picked it out.
Oh, Mr. Jims, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you'd be in today.
Oh, well, Roger.
Shall I take some coal off the fire, sir? I know how you don't like to spend any money.
Wait a minute. It's you. Matern.
Yes?
Well, you're my what? You work for me?
Yes, I'm your clerk.
Oh.
My clerk. That's like clerk, but in a different country.
Oh, that's
I know.
what I thought.
You told me what it was.
I was telling my wife, the first lady of
Oh, I'm
Jimsburg.
so sorry. Let me drop my
You may
breeches.
stay clothed. I'm getting the hang of this.
I don't know. Every time you see someone, normally you screech at them about their clothing, about your identity being so important.
Well, I was going through a difficult time. I'm clearly much more pleasant and agreeable now.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, God, did I?
Hey, Matern, do I ever strike you when I'm displeased with you?
Is this some sort of prank?
No, just answer the question.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do it now.
That was not nearly as hateful as you normally are.
Oh, well, it's Christmas, you know. Gwyneth, I am kind of liking
I know,
this.
I am too. If this is the lesson we were supposed to learn, I'm feeling
Right?
pretty great about it.
Let's celebrate. Let's go out for some Chinese food.
That sounds great.
Welcome to our racially integrated Chinese restaurant, where we are the melting pot of Jimsburg, USA.
Are you pointing at me?
Every single finger and every toe.
Huh.
Would you like a hamburger chop suey?
Do you have something in like a noodle?
Oh, Mrs.
Taco?
Mayor, I'm so sorry. Let me remove my apron.
You know what?
Sick
It's
scarf.
actually really okay. I realized that, you know, in my past, I liked being the only one naked, and now that everyone's naked, I feel like maybe I don't like it anymore.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Where's that boy of yours that works here? I don't see him anywhere. He's always a fixture of this Chinese restaurant.
What's his name, Randall?
Yeah, Randall.
He left town.
Left town.
Yeah, he didn't want to help out in the family business. He thought he didn't have any sense of his culture or roots, and he went to China.
China, the country?
That's right. Left town for another country.
Oh. You probably miss him pretty bad, huh?
I don't want to complain in front of Mr. and Mrs. Mayor.
Oh, there, honey. Don't let it get you down one bit. Oh, Mr. Mayor, Mrs. Nude, so good to see you here at our racially diverse Chinese restaurant.
Who are you, sir?
Oh, I am, of course, the regular proprietor. Don't let my genetic looks fool you. I'm also Irish as well. We're all from everywhere.
This is very strange.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this ripple effect.
It's
I
the
don't
laws
know
you
either.
passed, Mr. Mayor.
The laws I passed. We got to get to City Hall. Look at those laws.
Well, here we are in the law room with all the books.
Here, I'll take down a pile of laws from the shelf.
Sounds good.
Okay, racial diversity. From now on.
Everyone's.
Okay, this is weird. It says, from now on, everybody is everything.
That's very vague.
It's very, but also, how is that enforceable?
I'm not sure.
That's a law?
No, it's a little off-putting, to be honest with you.
Let me ask Matern about this. Matern, get in here!
Uh,
Hello, you miserable worm.
yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Listen, humor me with this. Remember when I passed that law that everyone has to be everything all the time?
I remember, sir, all those people died.
People died?
Oh, yeah.
What people?
Everyone who didn't agree with your laws.
What?
Oh, boy.
I'm not everything.
I can only
I'm
be
not
French.
everything. I'm not everything. I'm not
everything.
Bows and arrows! Oh!
This is the worst.
Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that there was a big protest.
You brought in those Saxon archers.
Yeah. That's a weird decision, right?
I wouldn't ever question you, sir.
To be honest with you, that might have been my idea because I've always found bows and arrows very sexy.
Really?
Yeah, just as a way to kill someone, I think it's one of the most interesting and romantic and cool.
Do you think of a lot of ways to kill people? That are
Oh,
sexy and
yes,
cool?
yes. No, that's pretty much what I spent my time doing for my entire childhood.
Now, Gwyneth, I want you to just go up to the blackboard and add these. Gwyneth, what are you doing? You're daydreaming again.
Hi, all of you.
Gwyneth, would you like to share with the rest of the class what you're thinking about
Oh, I
in
was
detail?
I was thinking about bludgeoning each and every one of you with a mace. You know, it has the spikes. It's like a club with the spikes on the end, I think, and then you just hit someone till they're a pulp.
Well, that's a terrible thing. You're a terrible student and a terrible girl.
I'm sorry. And I did not read Finnegan's Wake.
Oh. Now put your clothes back on and get out of my classroom.
Oh, you old so-and-so.
Well, I heard that.
Well, you up. So I think maybe I'm probably the one that decreed it would be bows and arrows. Sorry.
It's like a Lady Macbeth situation.
What do you mean?
Well,
Like I just do whatever she tells me to do?
I don't like what he's saying. I think you should slap him.
Ooh, I'm gonna slap you. Yeah, that's right.
can you remember what just happened?
Let's see. Remember, you said something.
He said something rude, and you said I should slap that guy, and then you did.
Yeah, and I did.
Yeah. No, so that doesn't ring up. Okay, fine.
I'll ring your bell. Yeah, how do you like that?
These are all the laws that you passed. You thought being a mayor would make you happy, but it seems to have made you kind of worse. And
You know, I gotta say, it seemed like I was happy for a little bit. And then the longer I'm mayor, the less happy it gets.
Well, it's a lot of responsibility. It's not just, sitting with an abacus and calculating the city's finances.
Not like in the old days. Oh, I was so happy. My treasurer's office with my abacus. Why did I ever have to change?
Dr. Chang's looks like they're waking up. I'm glad I poured coffee into their mouths while they were out cold on those pills. Whoops.
I think you just waterboarded them.
My mouth is burning.
Rachel,
What the?
I don't know how you guys do this at Stonehenge, but this is clearly not safe in any way.
At Stonehenge, we do it very differently.
There's like coffee in my lungs.
Oh, Jim's.
Yeah.
Gwyneth's. Are you
Yeah.
all right?
Why are you still? Yeah, we're fine.
Why am I still
Dressed
Santa?
Yeah.
Why? It's still December 24th. Christmas hasn't even happened yet.
I feel like we were gone forever. And
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone else does, too.
You know what's weird? I had the weirdest dream.
I did, too.
Okay, well, I'll start talking about my dream, and then you talk about your dream, and we'll talk about it at the same time, and we'll see if the dreams are similar.
Okay.
But they probably are not because we're two different people.
Yeah.
We have different brains.
Yeah.
Why would we have the same dream?
Was Dennis Quaid there? Did you guys have a dreamscape?
Oh,
No.
my.
No.
We didn't have a dreamscape. We didn't meet Freddy Krueger either, I'm assuming.
No, and I never read Finnegan's Wake.
All right, that wasn't not on the table, but
Well, I just think people should know. I feel it defines who I am when I meet someone at the first time.
that you feel that not having read Finnegan's Wake defines you as a person?
Mm-hmm.
Why, Gwyneth, that's the first time you've ever admitted that.
What a breakthrough.
I shouldn't be listening to this. I don't even have a degree yet. I'm so sorry to witness your breakthrough. I should MYOB.
Make your own beverage?
Well, I should do that too, but I should mind my own business.
Oh. I just got that.
What a breakthrough for you!
Yeah, okay. I'll take it.
You know, maybe you should just let Santa be the doctor, Gwyneth.
God, what a breakthrough for me to realize you're right.
Do you want to hear about our fucking dream?
Yeah.
All right.
You sure Dennis Quaid wasn't in there?
You know what?
Snake Man? Horrible Snake Man?
I don't think that any of that happened, but we'll find out. Okay, I dreamed.
I had a dream.
I had a dream too that I was
this
the
place
mayor.
was no longer here because
This place was no
and
longer
then
here.
everyone was naked.
Gwyneth was
because
the first
I was-
lady, so everyone was nude all the
Hold
time.
on, wait a minute. That's what I just said.
No, that's what I just said.
No, that was my dream.
I think you're copying me.
I had the dream that I'm describing. I certainly wasn't.
I had the
copying
dream
what
that
you
I am
said.
describing where this place
Place
didn't
didn't
exist
exist.
anymore.
You were the
first
mayor.
lady.
I was
Everyone
the
was
first
nude.
lady.
I passed a
You
law
peed.
that everyone
A lot
had to
of
be
people
exactly the
died.
same.
There was a whole
I
big
had people
room
put
with
to
a
death
lot
by
of
bow and
laws.
arrows.
Dr. Chang's, they're co-dreaming.
It's the collective unconscious. Carl Jung described it
I'm
quite
sorry.
Yes.
Can you just
At
drop the
least
Santa
take
voice
the
for
beard
just
off.
Take the beard off. It'll still be really Christmassy.
There's little white
it's
hairs
like
getting
you're-
stuck in your mouth. It's so hard to take you seriously.
I can see the elastic. Like you're giving us.
You're
giving
and
us
also
important.
you're so sweaty.
Yeah,
You're just so
it
sweaty.
stinks in here because you're
I made the mistake. I went to one of those Argentinian places right before that where the meat pirates, and they just keep bringing you meat. I ate so much meat right before
You
our
got the
session.
meat sweat.
A lot of salt.
Yeah.
What are meat pirates?
You know, like at that Argentinian restaurant.
Arg! Have you had enough pork yet?
I'm taking all your meat.
Oh, you scurvy lad! I'll take
Wait, are you a meat pirate?
Yes.
Oh,
Are you also a meat pirate?
No, I'm also a meat pirate.
We haven't opened yet. Whoops.
We're pirating each other's meats.
Oh, meat piracy!
It's a weird concept.
Very confusing.
Okay. Oh, now you're still doing it, Doctor. If you just you're giving us important information about
Hey,
ourselves.
doctor, if I might be so bold,
Ooh.
what are you hiding from inside that costume?
I don't think I was hiding from anything. It was the holiday, and I wanted to have Rachel have more of a secular holiday as opposed to there's a lot of animal sacrifice, right, with the Druidism.
Oh,
and stuff.
a constant. It
Yeah.
gets boring.
Kind of wanted to remind her what it was like to live in a great town like Freeport, where everybody's happy with what they have. And I know the two of you were sitting out here in this waiting room, and it didn't seem like you even knew what you had right in front of you.
No.
I guess I didn't.
I guess I didn't also. Hey, Gwyneth.
Yes, James.
I mean, I know I'm not the mayor, but would you be the first lady of my 2-bedroom apartment?
Let me take off my shirt as a way of saying yes.
Wow, Doc, you really helped us get someplace. And you did too, Druid Lady.
Thank you.
I don't think you should MYOB after all.
I'm going to get in everyone's B in town.
You can get right up
Hold
in
on,
my
what?
B. Get right up in
Say
my
that again?
B.
Gonna get in everyone's B.
Just getting in everybody's bed.
Rachel's in your B.
You should open your own therapy sessions.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be licensed stuff. It can just be general counseling.
Doesn't even have to be in an office. It could be outdoors,
On
Where
a
I
rock
prefer-
somewhere.
That's-
communing with nature.
You get me.
But you're not going to kill any more animals, right?
Come on, a girl's gotta live.
So does a cat.
Would you kill a turkey? One as big as me?
I have and I would again.
Doc, it seems like everyone's having a breakthrough. What about you?
Well, I guess knowing that you guys are together, I feel like I can retire from my practice now.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's abrupt. Were we your last two patients?
Well, I mean, how am I going to do better than a shared collective unconscious dream that then reflects itself in real life and you guys get married? I mean, after that, I can stop somebody from smoking, but that's not the same thing.
Right.
Would you, I guess the thing I feel I lack is that I never felt like I got a proper diagnosis. And my assumption would be that the diagnosis was two really unpleasant people found each other, thus saving everyone else from themselves.
Exactly.
But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, what do you look at when you see me? What do you look at when you see James?
I see two very happy Christmassy people who are finally realizing they're special inside.
Hey, you know what, Sandra? Put that beard back on. Because you just gave us a gift.
Who wants some Chinese food from next door?
I do.
I definitely do.
I do, Dr. Chang. Are you guys related?
Oh, yeah. And it all happened in a place called Freeport, Illinois. Janet Varney, where can people find you online, and what would you like to tell them about?
People can find me online. I would just say on Twitter is probably the easiest. That's just at Janet Varney. And
Pretty easy.
would like to welcome people into the 15th annual SF Sketchfest, which begins on January 7th. January 7th. So many great shows. Check out sfsketchfest.com for details.
I have gone pretty much every year since my first one. I think I've only missed one or two since I've
And
been
you are
going.
not missing this year, Mr.
And I am not.
I don't care what mayor of what invisible town you think you are, you can find time to come to SF Sketchfest.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's my favorite. I look forward to it every year, and I can't wait to be back.
We have a blast.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Right, Tallman?
That's right.
Crystalman,
Yes.
where can people find you online? What's going on with you?
I am at Mr. Chris Tallman, both on Twitter and Instagram. Star Wars The Force Awakens Episode 7 is currently in theaters. I want to remind everybody, you may not have heard of it. It's a little indie. Definitely check it out. And The Thundermans, I believe, is still on the Nickelodeon channel.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's there. You can find it. They rerun the hell out of those shows, right?
Oh, that's actually the thing with kids television. Children prefer reruns to the fresh eps.
They find something new in it every time.
I think they find comfort in just, he ate that orange again.
That is comforting.
Some of the plots are less complicated than others. Jean Villepique.
I'm at Villepique on Twitter and Instagram, and I do a show at IO West with fellow Spontaneanation person Craig Kikowski, Thursday nights at 9 o'clock, and a show called...
What is the name of that show?
Oh, it's called Quartet.
That's right.
Thank you.
And it's 4 people every time.
Yep.
And is it always you and Craig and 2 other people?
Yes. Well, it's a mix of also Bob Dassey is a player.
That's right.
Jack McBrayer.
That's right.
When she's in town, Tammy Sager.
That's right.
Stephanie Weir. So it's 4
It's a powerhouse.
This is a powerhouse show.
Yeah.
Not to be missed.
It powers the house. It's fun. It's fun. And then Friday nights, I do soundtrack at UCB Franklin at 9:30, which has a musical soundtrack. So bring your iPhone and give it to us.
There we go. Guys, Eban Schletter. He's at ebanschletter.com. Eban Schletter on Twitter. EbanSchletter. Please go to Eban's podcast, Eban Schletter's Fantastical Musicorium, because you will find a special Christmas episode that is up there. It is wonderful, and you will enjoy it. Get in the season, no matter what faith you are. You don't have to worship Christ to enjoy Christmas. That's right.
The war on Christmas has been successful.
Thank you to my plugs. I don't know, guys. It's the end of the year. I don't know what date the live show is going to be for Spontaneanation at Largo with the Cornet, but it'll be coming. I'll have some ad or something. Why am I bothering to say a thing that I'm going to change later? Anyway, shut up, everybody. Shut up, everybody. I just got tired. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting us. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesenti!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, you candy-ass motherfucker!
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Adam Sachs, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.